We got LMZ in the crib, also known as Legendary Masterminds. And y'all can introduce yourselves, please.
I'm Andy. That's it.
I'm Zach.
Zach and Andy, Legendary Masterminds. Again, they record all the RADIx hits. Quite nice seat. Y'all want to plug that website real quick?
Yeah, legendarymasterminds.com. Visit, check it out.
Okay, I want to get into the interview. This is y'all first time on RADIx TV. We're having some technical difficulties. We're gonna fight through that. This is real hip hop right here. Okay, y'all remember that. All right. I wanna talk about how y'all first met. I heard y'all went to school together. You don't have to name the name of the school, none of that. But I just want to talk about that. How did y'all meet?
We met the first day of class, or it wasn't even class. It was like proficiency tests.
So it was like orientation.
Yeah, orientation. Basically.
Okay. And y'all just hit it off and.
Yeah, nothing special. Actually, it was special because we instantly knew we'd get along.
Okay, I feel that.
It was all simple as that.
Okay, so I mean, y'all went to college out in Boston, prestigious music school, if you will. We don't want to plug too many people on RADIx TV because it's all about that promotion, with us and the LMs, the fan. But I want to ask you, Andy, aka El Presidente. El Presidente is better known as or whatever. I want to ask you, how did you get into music? You know what I'm saying? Like what made you come to this school in Boston and pursue your musical dreams?
Well, I've always been into, playing guitar, whatever. I was in bands in high school, and then I just...
Name some of your band names. I want to hear this.
I was in a band called Service.
Oh, whoa.
It was pretty good. It was alright. Actually, it wasn't that great, but it was fun. And then I actually came to Boston just to go to the school to do recording engineering. And
okay, what about you, Zach? You went to the same school.
Yeah.
How did you get involved in music? How did you make that leap to go to the prestigious school in Boston from where you're from?
I played guitar for a long time. Then I went to school, studied computer science.
Wow.
And hated it. Worked really hard and hated it. And then I realized that if I was going to work this hard for something I hate, why not work really hard for something I love? So I did music.
Good answer.
Wow, that's a great answer. That's answer on RADIx TV right there. You heard right there from my man Zach. So like, what brought y'all together to get sort of, if you will, quote unquote, on the same musical page to do what you do?
Well, I guess back in college, Zach was in a band, and I kind of just did my own thing as far as just messing around with beats and stuff. And then when he moved to London, when he came back, and we just roomed together, and then we just started making shit, making our stuff, making our music, making beats, and then we wanted to, meet artists because we were just making beats. They were sitting on a computer, collecting dust and shit. So we put a Craigslist post.
Yeah. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
I did mention London though, because I was in London and I was really homesick.
Yeah.
I didn't really listen to hip hop. I listened to a lot of rock music, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, stuff like that.
Every once in a while I'd send them some tracks.
And I could not. One time I called you, I was totally homesick. I was so sick of all the music I had. I was like, send me some music, please, please. And a couple days later I got this CD. It was all hip hop. Loved it. It was like the best feeling ever. And then that's when I loved hip hop music. And
so you're like sort of a late bloomer.
Then I came back. Oh yeah, definitely. Not definitely just very new to the whole scene, but came back, started living together, and that's when I fell in love with hip hop and then started making music.
Okay, so I know we RADIx and LMZ, Legendary Masterminds, do have a story together. But we don't want to get to that just yet. We want to make the viewers stay viewed, keep them captive. All right, so basically, you guys are on the same musical page. You come back from London, you room together. What does Andy bring to the table that you sort of look at and say, you know what, this is what makes us a team? This question is pointed to Zach. So Zach, what does Andy bring to the table for you? Musically and maybe critical wise or just some ideas or thoughts or whatever. Like, what does he do that makes you step back and be like, okay, he's gonna do that and I'm gonna do this, or vice versa? Like.
It didn't even work out that way usually. I mean, we both have our own opinions, both have strong ideas and opinions, and he does his thing, I do mine. We've known each other long enough to fight like brothers. And at the end of the day, we're just putting out music and we have our thing. We argue, we discuss. We
both work a little bit differently. Yeah, we both need to have our own time sometimes to work on beats.
Yeah.
But then usually, we'll come and be like, oh, check this out. I've been working on this. I mean, oh, that's hot. and then we'll pass it over to the other guy.
And we have to trust. We both trust what each other will do.
So that's what it is. That's the answer to the question. You both have that trust and that communication where, you know, Zach will feel something that you may not feel and vice versa, and then you come to some sort of middle ground. Is that sort of what you're getting at?
Yeah.
All right.
We bring different things to the table.
That's dope. That's real dope. So you guys are really getting into the production tip. You know, you guys have been doing a lot of engineering for us, a lot of mastering for us. You know, sort of. I look at it as though that we've all grown together, but you guys have really taken a big step and done the mastering, engineering, the production, the beats. Like, what sort of drives you, this is for Andy, what sort of drives you to keep doing it day in and day out? Because obviously you have the 9-to-5 grind like most of us do, and then you come home, you're tired, and then you got waveforms all over your computer and all these instruments. Like, what sort of drives you to keep going at it day in and day out?
So, what drives me is I want to do this and only this. I don't want the 9-to-5 grind. I want to make some loot doing what we're doing now. So we gotta practice, and you know, it's, if you look around, we kind of make this purposely. Like, we don't have TV, we don't have a lot of stuff in this place. So when we're here, the only thing to do is to do music. It keeps us productive. It does.
It's his question, I know, but obviously there's a love for music. I bet if it wasn't there, then we wouldn't have the energy to come back from a 9-to-5 and do this as well, day in and day out. And devote like our entire living space to making music.
That's true.
You record in our bedrooms. Our living room is a recording studio, so it's
a functional studio.
It's all based off of love for music.
Apartment.
It's based off of like a need to only do music, and everything else is boring.
Okay. All right. So let's bring it together now. We there was a posting, you know, years ago that you guys put.
How long ago though? A year and a half?
3 years ago.
3 years.
3 years ago.
Serious?
Yeah, 3 years ago.
Power Moves came out last March.
Last March, and we definitely met the year before that. So it's 3 years.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys put a posting on a formidable website. I, lucky enough, was looking for studio time just to record one track for my mom because it was Mother's Day coming, and I wanted to do one track and give her a Mother's Day present and do this track. And I answered the posting because I was looking for studios and getting different rates and all that stuff. I answered the posting. You guys hit me up right away. It was like Chill House Studios and something like that. And then
we're still getting organized.
And then I came here. It was an apartment, and I was like, where do I record? So like sort of bring me to that when you guys made that jump to put up the posting and sort of start, you know, recruiting different types of artists. Like sort of bring me up to that point.
Well, when Zach first got back from London, we both started interning at Chill House Studios, and that's where we're staff engineers there now. But for a lot of projects that we want, we needed to get our name out there, so we just needed people to collaborate, people to work with. You know, we weren't even charging any money. We just wanted to work and get our name on stuff. And then we put that posting out because we had been interning in the studio. Our initial plan was to like get people in the studio, you know, charge a rate, make some money. But when we met you, it just kind of worked out that we did it here, the Mastermind Lab. And
you call it that. You remember the first session though?
Yeah.
In like one room, very.
Let's go to that. Let's go to that. You sort of brought us up to speed as to, you know, your goals and ambitions. You wanted to, you know, bring people to Chill House, and then at the same time you wanted to get your name out there, and it just so happened I got lucky and landed here. Like sort of bring me to that first session where I'm in the studio, you know, and we're recording, and just sort of like what's going through your mind, like sort of bring me. If
you remember the setup though? It was like all that.
Yeah, describe the setup for the people. Describe the setup.
We had one microphone, one computer, and a really crappy pair of speakers, I think.
And we're all in one room. We're one room. Like, you're standing right. Yeah, it was hot. And we're sitting right. You're rapping behind us with the headphones on, and we got everything on mute.
We didn't have the luxury of recording in another room, so it was like, be quiet. We're gonna record now. So everyone's really quiet, all in the same room recording a track. That was cool.